On today's show, MIT strikes again with another robot, but this time it's really tiny.
A new 360 VR camera that beats Google and GoPros. Take that!
And a pothole that tweets its problems. Hashtag deal with it. It's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm your host, Ashley. Joining me, as always, Khail Anonymous. It looks really good. You can't even tell it's fake.
Thanks, it's 3D printed.
Oh, 3D printed too.
Yeah, it also has a Wi-Fi network. Ain't that the tooth? Here's the headlines. You had no idea. You were completely caught off guard.
No, that was on my level of bad puns. Like, that was way down in Ashleyville, Punsville. It was bad. It was so good. I loved it.
Ashleyville population.
Population? This girl right here. Let's talk about this pothole. It's Ashleyville does not have potholes.
We're starting with a pothole.
Oh,
we got a little robot, we got a pothole, we got VR.
Pothole
so
VR.
Let's go.
Okay, El Hueco Twittero is a Twitter account, but it's a pothole. Pothole has its own Twitter account.
Great, now everything has a Twitter
Everything has a Twitter account, but there's actually a purpose to this. It has over 3,000 followers. It's in Panama. It's, as I said, a real pothole, and it has a little device inside that looks like a hockey puck, but with a hashtag symbol on it. And there are pressure and motion sensors inside the pothole, because apparently potholes are a pretty bad problem in Panama. Like, people complain about them all the time.
All right, yeah.
So
bad for your car.
There is a daily news show in Panama called Telemetro Reporta, and that's the tweet. That's the tweeting pothole. So they have a bunch of them all over this city, and they were like, it makes every time a car runs over them and the pressure sensors or the motion sensors detect it's been run over and hit by a car, it sends out. There's an RF transmitter inside. It sends out a tweet officially on Twitter that says things like, and they get creative with it too, which is hilarious. It says, "I feel terrible. I just caused tire damage to an old lady's car."
Oh, wow.
So it gets creative with the tweets. Like, I'm sure they have a whole bunch of different ones that they have like loaded up for when people hit them. And they've made a really big deal out of this on this daily news show. And they do a segment about the tweets of a pothole. They're like, guys, like, this is a serious problem. Try to keep away from me. So I'm tired of being blamed every time a car crash happens when drivers try to keep away from me.
Wow.
Repair the streets. And it tweets and it tags the Ministry of Public Works every single time the car hits it. So it's like and it tags the ministry. So it actually is working. These potholes are getting repaired, which is pretty funny.
Oh, nice.
There is a Google map you can access on this Daily Show's website. There you go. So they're getting them fixed. That has it's a Google map of all of the locations of the different tweeting potholes, and they are getting fixed, which is pretty cool. So, and even the Minister of Public Works came on this daily talk show and talked about this issue and was like, I mean, there was some blame shuffled around where he's like, oh, it's this, and here's why we can't do it. But they are getting fixed. So pretty cool using Twitter to solve problems in a really weird, passive-aggressive way.
The second time we've seen someone try to resolve the pothole issue with some clever way. Do you remember that guy that like spray painted like genital like?
Yeah. And the people and the city was like, we can't have that, so they fixed the potholes.
Let's fix it up.
So yeah, this is a great
cool.
sort of
way to go.
Public shaming via pothole. It's like public pothole shaming. I love this. So, and I thought that it would be really fun to talk about the hashtag of the day, which would be TD Pothole, and we could discuss what you guys and what we think, what kinds of issues that we could maybe get solved if we did something like this. Like, what's an issue? What's like an issue out in the city that needs to get solved?
Like farting in elevators.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
Sulfur sensor.
The sulfur sensor, that's pretty good.
Put in the elevator.
Yeah.
Maybe it could pinpoint who it was.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Where it's like, it's that girl.
But
or
it would
that
say it
guy.
in like Siri's voice.
Okay, so go ahead.
No, I'm like, Stop farting, Ashley. I don't know.
Yes, no, that's great Siri.
I can't do a Siri voice.
Really good Siri.
Okay, what about you?
I want to say littering. Like, it feels like we could do something with littering where there's motion sensors around trash cans. Like, so if you throw something and it misses, like, it's got like a maybe Oscar the Grouch like yells at you from inside the trash cans, like, hey, throw your stuff away. I need that. I'm hungry.
That'd be fun though.
Like, make sure that trash cans are hungry. They say like, hey, pal, feed me. Yeah. Like someone walks up and they're near it and they're like, feed me. Like real quiet, feed me.
Or they could make it so that if you throw it at the trash can and you miss, it makes like a booing audience, like a basketball.
Or sad trombone.
Boo. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That'd be amazing. So yeah, TD Pothole, that's your hashtag, get creative with it. Tell us what social civic issue would you like to fix with tweet shaming, which I'm assuming is a thing, right? Tweet shaming? Sure.
I don't know.
Tell me about VR.
Okay, so Google I/O sucked.
Aww.
Is what I'm gonna say. Except for the fact that they're trying to integrate a little bit more into the VR world. Everybody is kind of getting into the VR world. Biggest issue is how you're gonna record VR, right? Like how you gonna capture that VR 360 view? Well,
that jump was so expensive.
Well, yeah, the jump is really expensive. Well, this group has decided they've come up with an easier solution than what Google introduced, which was the jump at their I/O.
Okay.
This is an omnipolar camera. It only requires 6 cameras, and apparently it's going to be a lot cheaper.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's walk through this. How does it work?
So basically, this camera has six cameras with 3 fisheye lenses, both on the top. There's 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom, and then it has an algorithm system built in so that it kind of blends all those cameras together, all the fisheye lens cameras.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Together. This was unveiled at the IX Symposium in Montreal. It's designed by Vincent Chapadelaine Couture and Sebastian Roy.
Delightful.
So again, special software algorithm allows the camera to capture 3D video instead of just the 360.
Right, like a photosphere kind of thing.
Yeah,
right,
it stitches it
like
together.
It's actual 3D video that you can, kind of move around the space, and if you're wearing a headset, that's awesome.
So each one captures its own image, and then it stitches it together. So the thing is, what they're aiming for here is cost. Because look, I'm not gonna buy 16 GoPros. For the jump.
I'm not even gonna rent 16 GoPros for the jump.
So they're hoping that they can get it to like a couple $100.
That's cheap.
Which it doesn't look like. It looks like it's costs more than a couple $100.
It feels like it needs a housing. Like, look at this. So if we're looking at it right now, like it's got 3 other cameras in a triangle shape on the bottom as well. It feels like this needs to be housed in something, but I get that you have to be able to capture all the images around you unobstructed, so I guess maybe not.
Yeah. Well, a
couple $100.
It's still it's still an experiment. They don't really have a release date, so I mean you can't get too excited.
Maybe
about
they'll get bought.
At least it's an idea. Yeah, I think that's probably where they're going. They probably don't want to put in
could get some virtual reality, and Microsoft's been buying everybody.
Let's get Apple in here. Apple hasn't even touched the VR market.
But they did just buy an AR company. They just bought an AR company.
Crap. They're going to skip the VR market.
They might just skip it.
Yeah, probably should do that.
Maybe Microsoft's a viable buyer. I mean, this is I love this because Google talked a lot at I/O about getting people, like they were saying, oh, you can experience these like life events. Like what if you could, instead of having just a picture of an event, like live through a family event or whatever. And it's like, I get that, but you're not going to spend $8,000 for those GoPros for Hero 4s. 16 Hero 4s plus a microphone plus the jump rig. Like you're not going to pay $10,000 for that.
Yeah.
And so just to have it at like your wedding, like I mean, so maybe some rich people will, fine, and that would be really cool. But this is an opportunity for me and you to have a VR capture system, which I would love. I would love to do. Wouldn't you love to do one episode of Tomorrow Daily in virtual reality?
No.
That'd be so rad. I would love that.
No.
I feel like we could just put you in virtual reality permanently. Like we would never see you in person again.
Yeah, just DigiKale.
Yeah, DigiKale.
DigiKale. So you can just shut me off? That's
I
probably
like
a good
it.
idea.
It's gonna just like power you down. It's good.
Good.
Okay, I want to tell you about this robot. You're gonna flip out when you see this video. Kale has not seen this video yet. He might freak out. So MIT, we talked about RoboCheetah yesterday. This is the untethered miniature origami robot, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It is not connected to any cables. Here's the robot right here.
Oh, he's cute.
It folds itself up into its own little robot. You can see that's 5 times the speed, so not terribly quick sped up video, but still definitely sped up.
Where's it going?
And then it goes around and does stuff. It completes tasks. It can walk on a trajectory. It can be given a path and can walk around on a path. It can do things like climb, carry objects. It can walk on your skin. It can swim. It can dig through stuff.
That's scary.
Okay,
When you
it's
said
so
it
cool. Look
digs
at,
through
it's
stuff.
gonna deliver this block into that little enclosure. Boop.
Oh!
And then he splits. Goodbye.
See you later.
There he is swimming. He's like, wee. I love this little robot so much. This robot is only 1.7 centimeters square. It can carry a load. It can carry some stuff. It needs to deliver things.
Oh my God, this thing is so cute.
Here it is climbing. It's climbing a little slope, jumps off the edge. This is it's like base jumping, but for the little robot. He's like, wee, and then he takes off.
It's entertaining itself, okay.
It can dig through a stack, so here's it digging through a
I don't
stack.
like that.
It's so crazy.
That's where it gets creepy.
I love this. And
Oh,
so,
look at him, he's so cute.
he's
got a lot of
adorable.
work to
And
do.
so and then very lastly, it fully dissolves in acetone. So the robot
good, I
itself
need that, yeah.
can fully dissolve in acetone. Okay, so it's powered by a small magnet and 4 electromagnetic coils that create magnetic fields that enable the robot to move around and do tasks. So the point of this is, and this is, I know we always talk about goals here. There is an actual
what's the
end game goal here.
Besides an adorable little robot.
Besides
Okay, what do you got?
just being the cutest robot ever, MIT wants to make even smaller robots that are based on this kind of idea. They want to get to the point where they can make these really, really tiny robots
Don't
with
say and inject into
extra sensors on them that can be, and also
Don't say
can dissolve in water so that they can put them in your body. And do things like, some of the examples that I was reading online were like, clean out your arteries and target cancer cells. Insane stuff. So to keep us healthy, so someday the descendants of this little origami robot may in fact be injected into your bloodstream to clean out your arteries from eating all that delicious Chipotle you get every day for lunch. Kale's already freaked out.
I already see a supervillain like a Jim. Oh, it's too late, Bond. I've already put millions of micro robots in the water supply, and I'm now making their way into humans' bodies and breaking them down from the inside. And he already freed himself and saved all the robots.
I think you just gave up the plot of Spectre. In fact, I think that is actually the plot of the new James Bond. And if not, it should be, and we need to write that.
This is like the third little robot type thing that they want to inject in your body that we've seen, right?
We've seen
there
a
was
few
a biodegradable one.
biodegradable bots, these sort of like the gripper bot that we saw that was smaller than like the edge of a nickel. Like we've seen like a lot of these robots that science is working very actively on that are intended to be injected in your body to complete a task and then either dissolve, self-destruct, or otherwise like disappear.
I think the artery thing could save a lot of people.
Well, yeah,
a lot of people.
Geez, you guys, I eat a lot of fast food, so I need that robot to fit into my arteries so that I can clean it out.
So you just take a bunch of robots every morning?
Instead of vitamins, just eat robots.
Your Happy
Eat
Meal
capsules with
now
robots in
comes
them.
with little robots that you eat after the meal.
Amazing.
God, this is such an American conversation.
It's terribly American. But yeah, so that's the little origami robot, which I thought was amazing, and I love that it just assembles itself and then just takes off. But that's it for headlines. We'll be right back. It's Tuesday, so we have a whole batch of new releases, a bunch of stuff, movies, TV, or not movies, TV, movies and video games. Some good stuff this week. And then, of course, your user feedback and our photographer of the day. So don't click away. It's Tomorrow Daily. Welcome
Fallout.
back. No,
Sorry.
I know, Fallout. You are fallouting really hard today.
I didn't even, you can't see it on
Tomorrow.
the camera, but I got my Fallout 101, Vault 101. Here, pull it.
Got
here,
your vault shoes? Yeah, go ahead. Pull it up. Wow, do you do yoga? Do you even yoga, bro?
What's that? Hello?
Excuse me? Hello?
But there you go, yeah. Got my Fallout shoes.
A Pip-Boy shirt,
Got my
Nuka-Cola
little
necklace.
Nuka-Cola necklace.
I mean, you're literally, like, I'm surprised you don't have jumpsuit pants.
I have a jumpsuit,
I know you have a jumpsuit.
I wore it on the show,
On
remember?
this very show you did.
All right.
All right, let's talk about new releases. It's Tuesday. There's some good stuff this week.
Let's talk about new releases.
Well, first of all, we don't have
Tuesday.
we don't have graphics for this, but Ark is out, which is that
Yes.
dinosaur taming game.
Yes!
I didn't realize it was out today. I thought it was like last, because it was on Twitch.
Alpha. It's out
Alpha.
in alpha today. Yeah, so it's free. They gave it free to some streamers. It was
Dinosaur
the second
taming.
most streamed thing yesterday. I don't know about today.
Crazy dinosaur
A lot of
taming
games
game.
out today. Ooh, Go ahead.
First up, Heroes of the Storm out today, which MOBA categorized, but Blizzard likes to call it a hero brawler. They're like, it's not really a MOBA because it's like got some different play mechanics.
It's a MOBA.
It's a MOBA. So
Sorry.
They like to call it hero brawler. Heroes of the Storm out today. It's a freemium game. You can literally go download it for free. And what they charge you for is, what they do is very similar to, if I'm not mistaken, League of Legends, where you have a set number of heroes and then they rotate the available free heroes over time, like every once a week or whatever it is, like every patch they rotate. I don't know how often they rotate, but you get a set of heroes for free that you can use with standard skins, and then you can pay microtransactions for extra skins. Like, for example, my Diablo has Mercablo, so it's dressed up like a Murloc from World of Warcraft. It's delightful.
But it's more about unlocking characters that aren't in rotation.
Right. So you can pay to unlock other characters that are not in rotation. If you have a favorite character that you don't want to see go into the lock, you can unlock them permanently, all that stuff. So yeah, it's
How many characters are there total?
a lot. And I know today they released Johanna, which is like a Diablo 3 character, which people were pretty excited about. They just announced, like, they have the Lost Vikings, they've got Kael Thas. I mean, these are all of your favorite, like, Blizzard heroes.
I cannot play with the Lost Vikings. They're so hard to
They're
use.
really hard. I used to play as Abathur, but then it really takes a special player to play as Abathur. I really love, and you get like mounts and all this stuff. So guys, like, if you can, check it out. If this is anything that you're interested in, like, Heroes of the Storm is pretty fun. Also out, Massive Chalice. Massive Chalice is out. Another, it's a real-time strategy. I'm a really big,
try this.
obviously you guys know, I'm a really big Double Fine fan. I backed this, full disclosure, I backed this on Kickstarter. It is finally out officially. I have a house in this game.
What?
I have you were able, that was like the tier that I picked where you were able to like put in a family crest and all this stuff. So the point of Massive Chalice is like, it's sort of you have your kingdom and it lasts for 1,000 years. And so, for example, if you have a hero, you have to decide if that hero is going to stay home and make babies and continue your bloodline with this like great warrior, or you can like send them out into battle, and it's really fun and the graphics are cool and it's super enjoyable. So if that's a type of game that you're into, a genre of game you're into,
So it's
you might
turn-based?
really enjoy this. Yeah, it's like
Turn-based
real-time strategy.
Okay, real-time strategy. Okay.
So that's really fun. And then we got some movies coming out this week, big time. We got Entourage coming out this week. So
You missed a game.
what game?
Lego Jurassic Park.
No, that's next week.
No, it's this week.
That's not what I saw on the calendar.
I'm gonna double check.
Okay, double check.
You may be right.
Entourage is coming out this Friday. If you missed the adventures of our Yold and crew,
I've never seen any episode, so yeah,
I have
did.
literally never seen an episode of Entourage as well. People seem to be excited about it. It's like bro code, I guess. But yeah, it looks funny enough. There was a really funny thing with Ronda Rousey that made me laugh really hard, where she beat up what's his face.
That's her stick in everything.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like what she does for a
She
living.
beats
So
up.
she beats people up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this if you're interested in Entourage, you can go see that. Also out, a movie that you've seen, Spy, comes out
Spy.
this week, which is Melissa McCarthy, Jason Statham, Jude Law. Like, this looks really funny. You saw it, Kale. Give us your review.
I'm not a fan of Melissa McCarthy's comedy. Traditionally, I'm not like woo yay, but she has somehow fine-tuned every single aspect of it to the point where she's solid. And after seeing this, I was like, she's a star.
Okay.
She's a comedy star, and
So
I love her, and it was great. And Jason Statham steals the show every single time. It's
Amazing.
amazing. Yeah, it's great. You'll be surprised by this if it's one of those weekends where you get kind of like bored.
Not sure.
Go if you're bored. Go see it. You'll have a great time. I wouldn't go out of my way. It might be a nice rental, but again, if you're bored, go see it.
Yeah, it looks really good. And Kale's ringing endorsement of this movie when he saw the what am I thinking, premiere to like screener.
Yeah.
I was shocked because
Yeah.
I was like, at first I'm like, I don't know about this, and then he was like, no, it made a fan out of me. Like, I believe,
I like
I'm a
Melissa
believer.
McCarthy now. Yeah.
So I will take that and I will go see it. And then also out this week is Insidious Chapter 3. So this is
Yes.
the third installment of Insidious. A lot of horror fans are excited. It's a third installment, so
Probably not the final installment.
probably not the final. Probably going to be left open for another. But if you love Insidious, go see it. So that's new releases this
Really
week.
grazed
And
over
was I
that
right
one,
about
huh?
Lego Jurassic Park?
This is 2
Jurassic
weeks
World?
from now.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So the week the movie comes out.
Yes.
Okay.
Good call, Jurassic World.
I knew it wasn't today.
But it's not coming out
I do
PC,
my homework.
so
I do my homework. It's on like everything except PC. I'm sorry. Man, that makes you sad. But you know what shouldn't make you sad? Our amazing viewers who wrote into us. It's time for user feedback. I'm gonna make you happy right now. Nilesh wrote in and said, happy birthday, producer Logan. Hashtag TD Moi Money Moi Problems.
Do you hear that, Logan?
Yeah, I saw it too.
He did.
Nice.
So
Did
thank
get tagged
you.
on that?
He
Okay.
did. He did get
That's all I
tagged on that. It
needed.
was great.
I just needed one person to do it. Now I'm happy.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. We asked you guys to use the hashtag TDIO to talk about what you were missing at Google I/O. A lot of you guys wrote in.
Good.
Rick wrote in and said, I was really hoping to see a finished product of Project Ara, a working modular phone with all of its modules, but we got nothing.
Nope.
They did have a press conference, Project Ara, but Tim Stevens and I walked by there, and they had a whole bunch of they had a big pin board wall where you could put in modules like these door hanger looking things. I was like, what smartphone would you build? And it was really cool, but there wasn't anything actually usable. But they did say that they're still working on everything. They did have a booth at Google I/O, even though there wasn't anything really substantial to look at. So just as an FYI. Dustin wrote in and said, TDIO, I was hoping for an advanced AI integrated into a smart self-driving car. Hashtag Knight Rider, hashtag next year. LOL. I like that. Google I/O 2016.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider, you're the Knight Rider. Dane wrote in and said, self-driving plane.
Okay, that's a bad idea. That's
think
Skynet right there.
That's pretty much, that's actually exactly Skynet.
That's Skynet. So
It's like Skynet. And then lastly, Pin emailed us. Our good friend Pin wrote in and said, hello, Ashley and Kale. Not a terribly long email, I promise. I was expecting Google to announce a greater leap of innovation in the development of Google Cardboard, e.g. use of the smartphone's back camera to implement AR, integration of Bluetooth game controller for VR gaming, integration of Leap Motion-like device mounted on the headset to incorporate hand motion in VR gaming, so some sort of leap on the headset. And then also not only confirm the rumor that Nintendo's next gaming device is built on top of Android, but also built on top of Google Cardboard. Mario Kart VR, baby! Which, by the way, Nintendo just this morning said, nope, not built on Android. No, not. They're like, we normally don't respond to rumors, but since this one went global, we're literally squashing this right now and saying, definitely not built on Android platform. So NX will not be an Android-based operating system. And that was our user feedback that I really enjoyed. But now it is time for our very last piece of user feedback, which is always our photographer of the day.
did a picture of Fallout.
No, I wish it was. You know what though? You could imagine if Fallout happened, what this picture would look like in the future. Could we do that?
I do that every day, but yeah, let's see it.
Fair enough. Kale's eyes are actually just AR goggles set up to make everything look like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Just FYI, everybody. He has a special pair of contact lenses.
It's gritty and raw. Yeah. It's gross.
Google Fallout. That's the name of that project.
Google
It's
Fallout?
from Google Labs,
Yeah.
Google X Labs. Gene wrote in and said, hi guys, I want to share a photo I took of the monstrous Sears Tower in Chicago on a beautiful sunny day from a pedestrian perspective, which I work right next to. To be honest, my main intent was to test out my new Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge and its supposed amazing camera. I think the result speaks for itself, but I thought it was still a good shot regardless. Hope you enjoy, Gene. P.S. Love the show. Keep up the great work. Yeah, great picture.
It really, really is.
It's so good. And like, I love that the sky is not totally whited out, because you know sometimes when it's backlit like that, the whole sky just looks white. This, you can actually see this beautiful blue sky, the green, it's like so rich, and I mean, this is a great picture.
I'm really impressed with this camera.
It's a
This
really
is our
nice camera.
Our first S6 Edge.
I think so, yeah. This is our first S6
That's a
Edge.
cool looking phone too.
It does look really neat.
I like
saw
it.
one in a wallet case, and it looked really weird because you could see the little like side strip. Like,
Yeah.
that
I
was
still
really
don't get
strange.
the point of the sides. Like I'm sure you.
But it looks cool.
You can use this purpose. It's got this. And well, no. You don't really need it, but it looks awesome. It
does
looks
look
totally
really
cool. You're like, whoa, dude.
Yeah.
I'm freaking out. But yeah.
Look, there's this
that's
side edge. But
Mine's
that's it.
dumb, so.
Oh, stop. They're all amazing. We all carry little computers in our hands. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, if you want to send in your photography, you can email us tomorrow at cnet.com. You can also send in story ideas. You can send in, whatever you want. Old family recipes, also cool. You can find us on social media, iTunes and YouTube. We're all over the shop. Just look for Tomorrow Daily on your favorite social network, unless it's Snapchat, in which case, no, we're not there, ever. Yeah,
If someone
deal
sent
with it.
in a family recipe, would you make it for the show?
I mean, depending on the ingredients, yeah. I mean, if there were relatively easily accessible ingredients, I would totally do that.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be
And I'd bring
like
it in and we could try it.
horns or something.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, like, if it's something that I can't get access to in Southern California, like a local market, then
Okay.
if I have a lot of trouble, then
Well, it's Los
I probably
Angeles. We can get a lot of things.
Yeah, we can get a lot of stuff here.
All right, cool. And also follow us on our personal Twitters, where I'll be tweeting about Fallout forever. And I'm at Khail and Ashley.
True. And I'm at Ashley Esqueda. That's it for the show today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new docket of weird, wonderful science fact and science fiction colliding together, blown up in your face. But until then, be good humans. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.